Okay, in this video we're going to talk about adding data to a map through what's called a shapefile. So we've looked at finding data in Portal or going to a web service or uploading a CSV file, but a lot of times you might find information on the internet that is a shapefile, which is just a common GIS format. So here I'm at the City of Orlando GIS page, and a lot of cities and counties have GIS pages with a lot of maps for the area. So they want to make this as publicly consumable as possible, so a lot of them are just PDFs. So we will not be able to import PDFs into Portal. It needs to be a shapefile. So on the City of Orlando, they actually make this available as shapefiles as well. And so there's a lot of things like land use, boundaries, landmarks, things that might be useful to you. So there's one that's Orlando neighborhoods. I'm just going to use as an example. This file is actually available beneath the video, so you can just download the shapefile directly. You don't need to go to the GIS page. But I'd recommend that you take a look at your local city and county. Just Google the name of the city and GIS, see what resources you have there. So I've already downloaded this file. And one thing is it's a zip file, so you're probably just used to, you download a zip file, the first thing you do is you decompress it. But that's not what we want to do. If I open the zip file up, there's a bunch of different files in here, and you might think, oh, this one's .shape, so that's a shape file, that's what I want. It's actually only part of it. You want to keep the entire file zipped. It's going to need all of those little pieces to make this shape file work. So if I go back to my map, if you drag and drop, unfortunately that does not work. So we will do add layer from file. And I'm going to choose just, again, that entire zip file. That is the whole shape file. Generalized features is fine. Hit import. And this may take a while depending on the size of the file and the number of features. You will be limited to 1,000 features in the shapefile if you're loading them. So right now, loaded in my neighborhoods, I'm going to change my base map just to help that stand out a little bit more. And I'll zoom in, so I'm going to do the shift-click trick here to zoom in. Now, again, it tried to do that automatically stylize. Again, we're going to get into stylizing a little later, so I'm just going to show you enough to turn off stylizing. So now it's just one color. So we have again, another layer here, so anything that we could do with layers before, we can do here. So we can look at our attribute table. We can set that visibility range. We could rename it. We can save this layer. So I've imported it once, but if I want to be able to import it into other maps, I would want to be able to save that. If I had to import this, the chances are someone else might have to import this as well. So I could save them the step and they could find it in Portal. So you won't need to save it for this exercise, but just keep that in mind. It's also good if you want to make a kind of custom folder for that. But go ahead and we'll save our map here. And again, I'm going to save that in my training folder, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh, I needed to do a map or a tag, didn't I? So again, if your instructor gave you a tag, make sure you put that in, and see you in the next video.